Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down if Carson Steele lost his job as the number one running back in this Chiefs offense after the win on Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Chiefs Kingdom, I think it's time to have a very serious conversation about Carson Steele. Listen, the Chiefs signed Carson Steele out of UCLA. He was a UDFA that made the team out of training camp and impressed in the preseason and in training camp. But so far through the 2024 season, he's had a big issue. And that big issue has been ball security, holding onto the football. He's got 2 fumbles in the first 4 weeks of the season, fumbling against the Los Angeles Chargers on the very first drive of the game. And you kind of saw Andy Reid pull over Carson Steele and basically say, you're done. Because after that fumble, that was the second fumble that he's had this season, Andy Reid kind of shut him down. We really didn't see much of Carson Steele in that game on Sunday after the fumble. And I think that this offense cannot afford the turnovers that Carson Steele has coughed up early in the season. And I think that you saw a guy in Kareem Hunt who got signed off of the street, came in and looked pretty damn good. Listen, Kareem Hunt, he might not have looked like the guy that he was back in 2018, but he had 14 carries for 69 yards, averaging 4.9 yards per carry. And Carson Steele all season has 28 carries, only 105 yards, and he's only averaging 3.8 yards per carry. And listen, it's kind of unfair because Hunt has only played in one game, so those stats are going to be a bit off. But I think if you look at the biggest issue that Carson Steele is going through right now, he can't take care of the football. And we've seen it in the past with guys like, LaShawn McCoy. I mean, that was a crazy poll, but LaShawn McCoy or even Le'Veon Bell. The Chiefs have shut running backs down very quickly if they cannot hold on to the football. And so I think that I'm in a position where I think that 2 fumbles through 4 weeks of the season, you've got to sit him down, at least for a little bit. I think that Kareem Hunt is more than capable of filling in and doing the job probably better than Carson Steele could do. But at the same time, Carson Steele was signed to be the fullback on this roster. And with injuries to Isaiah Pacheco and, Clyde Edwards-Helaire being out, Carson Steele was kind of forced to take a bigger role in this offense when I don't think that's what this Chiefs front office originally had planned. And so if I was Andy Reid, I would say, listen, Carson, you've got to find a way to hold on to the football. It is costing us, drives and costing us points. We cannot have that. We're going to make you, sit for a while. We're going to make sure that you can take care of the football so that, you're not going in and costing this team. Because at the same time, Carson Steele's confidence cannot be super high right now. And I think that putting him in a position to potentially fumble again could mean the end of his career in Kansas City if he does it again. And so I think that moving forward, Kareem Hunt has got to be your number one running back. And I think that's why the Chiefs, went out and signed Kareem Hunt. But that fumble against the Chargers, I don't want to say that it signifies the end for Carson Steele, but I think that the trust that maybe Mahomes and Reid have in him has dwindled a little bit. I think that, if he hadn't had those issues fumbling the football, he would probably still be getting a ton of snaps. But I think right now they have to go with what's best for the team, and that's Hunt. Hunt is the best option for this team, and I think that you have to do what's right, and right now, that option is benching Carson Steele. And so I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Do you think that I'm being a little bit too harsh with Carson Steele? Do you think that, he's got a lot of good football left to be played? I think that, listen, he's got some untapped potential, but the issue is we're never going to find out that potential if he can't hold on to the football. And so it is imperative that the Chiefs can correct that issue now, because how many opportunities do you think he's going to get? I mean, if we go back to LaShawn McCoy, if we go back to, Le'Veon Bell, the Chiefs did not give them a ton of wiggle room. Like, it was kind of like, okay, you fumble a couple times and you're done. Like, we don't have the patience to wait for you to figure it out. And LaShawn McCoy kind of held the ball out by his head, but I think that Carson Steele is going to have to guard that ball with his life if he wants to play again. And you saw Kareem Hunt and Samaje Perine hold on to the football and be very effective rushers for this team. So I think that Carson Steele is going to have to take a little bit of a step back. And I think that's okay, but we might need Carson Steele to step up because with all the injuries to this offense, he might have to play a much bigger role. And if he is forced to play that role, he cannot, and I repeat, cannot fumble the football. And so I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Really quickly, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video. That is the Hollywood Casino. Kansas City's new home for sports is at ESPN Bet at the Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway. Watch and win your share of $5,000 Penn Cash on Sunday, October 27th, when the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Las Vegas Raiders. ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino, Kansas Speedway. They're hosting a watch party. I'll be out there live. I want to see you guys out there. And there's no better spot to place all of your sports bets than the ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino. You must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But again, guys, I think that Carson Steele, he can fix this. This is a problem that he can fix, but I think that we're going to have to see him fix it immediately, or this is just going to be a problem that continues to get worse. And I think that the patience of the Chiefs offense, and specifically Andy Reid, is going to dwindle. And so I think that right now, your go-to guy is Kareem Hunt. And I want to see Kareem Hunt absolutely take over this offense. I think against the Chargers, we saw a glimpse of that. And I think he's got a lot more in the tank. And he said it in his press conference. Kareem Hunt thinks that he can shock the world. And if he plays like that going forward, Kareem Hunt is going to shock the world, and he's going to help this Chiefs team get by with all the injuries. And so that's all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe. We are like 25 subscribers away from 7,000, and I want to hit that soon. So like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel so more Chiefs fans can find some of the content that we're doing. Go follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, KC_Sports Report, and Twitter at KC Sports Report. Once again, a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, the Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway. Without them, I would not be able to continue creating content for you guys. So go show them some love. More information in the description below. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, go Chiefs!